Go and find any man who is wealthy and see the level of giving that is under their foundation. It's a secret. Not hidden, but many can't understand it.
With a round of applause, join me as we welcome God's choice servant, my father, Apostle Michael Orokpo.
Now, how do you give? Let me show you. You don't give carelessly. There is a way to give to command results. And I give you 7 of them. Number 1, you give from the place of love. Only love-motivated giving produces result. If you don't love, don't waste your time. You must love God to give to God. Don't come to God with a transaction mentality. He said, if I give, it shall be given unto me. So you don't have any relationship. You just want to manipulate God and get 100-fold. He said to the crafty, he will show himself crafty. If you want giving that produce result, let it be a response of your love for God. 1 Kings 3 verse 3 and 4. And Solomon loved the Lord, and he gave 1,000 burnt offering in the high place of Gibeon. It began with love. If you don't love God, your giving will amount to nothing. Some people give for pride, so that they'll say, this is the biggest partner here. This man gave 1 million. You are joking. You go nowhere. There's no blessing for it. And Solomon loved the Lord. When a man is giving, what God is checking is his heart. I've quoted for you severally. Matthew 6:21. He said, where a man's treasure is, that's where his heart is. That means God is tracing the heart along the treasure. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 3. He said, I can give all my resources to the poor. I can give my body to be burnt. He said, if I have not love, I have nothing to gain. So the kind of giving that produces result is a love-motivated giving. And that's why when you give, don't look for men's applaud. Your result will prove what you are doing in the secret. There are some people, if they give and you don't call them to announce their name, they are offended. They will never give again. You won't prosper like that. For you to give and your gift produce result, give from the place of love. Number 2, how do you give? Give willingly. Any giving that is coerced is a failure. This is why churches where they manipulate people to give, they give and remain poor. Because giving must be willingly. If you are coerced, if you are manipulated to give, there will be no harvest. We read already from 1 Corinthians 9, verse 7. It said, when you give, don't give grudgingly. Don't give of necessity, but willingly. For God loveth a cheerful giver. Make sure you give willingly. Exodus 35 verse 4 and 16. When the children of Israel gave, the Bible said, Moses commanded them, those that are of a willing heart, let them give. And the Bible said the people gave willingly. Anytime you want to give and there's pressure, stop. That giving is a waste. Every time you want to give and it's for ego, stop. Don't waste that resource. It will waste. Every time you give, let it be that I want to advance God's kingdom. I want to show my love for God. It must be willingly. I'm showing you what releases the power to get wealth. See, there's a power for wealth. Oh. In Deuteronomy 8:18, he says, you shall remember the Lord your God. It is him that giveth thee power to get wealth. In the God equation, there is a power that maketh rich. But there are laws. Give willingly. Number 3, give righteous resources. Don't go and steal and give and say, God will bless me. You do yahoo yahoo. You come, you say, God will bless me. In his mercy, he may. But that's not a guarantee. Because God will not take an offering that came from stolen goods. God will not accept that offering. He may just bless you because universally is a father and he blesses. But that is not even guaranteed. Because God is more interested in your soul than is interested in your blessing. So give righteous proceeds. In Ephesians 4:28, he said, let him that stole steal no more, but walk with his hand that he may have to give. So don't steal, don't fornicate, don't do harlotry, don't do yahoo yahoo and say, I've given, God bless me. What will he bless? Will God bless evil? Will God bless iniquity? Will God bless wickedness? No, he won't do that. By reason of his universal mercy, you may enjoy some of his blessings. But if it has to do with his direct input in your life, forget it. It will not happen. So make sure you give righteously. The scripture we read from Job 22, from verse 21 to 24, you see what the Bible said. It said, acquaint now yourself with the Lord. It said, if you turn to the Almighty, then you shall be built up. It said, then you shall put iniquity from your sanctuary. Then you shall lay up gold as dust. Don't be a thief and then say, if you give, it shall be given unto you. You won't prosper. Let him that stole stop. Stop the stealing first. Stop the harlotry first. Stop the Yahoo first. This is why I said this system is a faith system. If Yahoo is what you are doing, you don't trust God. He is not your source. Every one of us must be wealthy this year. This is why we need to understand this protocol. We can't do great things for God poor. Salvation is free, but preaching the gospel is very expensive. Give righteously. Number 4, how do you give? Give cheerfully, with joy. The Bible says in Isaiah 12:3, it says, with joy you shall draw waters from the wells of salvation. 1 Corinthians 9:7, God loveth a cheerful giver. Give with joy. Don't give grudgingly. I know there's a place in sacrificial giving where the seed will touch you. That is good, but grow up to a level where you give cheerfully. See, when you give, find fulfillment in it. And that's why you need to know how God works, so that people don't toss you to and fro. Make it a lifestyle. The Bible said, give a portion to 7, give a portion to 8. You know not the evil that will come upon the earth. It said, in the morning, sow thy seed. In the evening, withhold not thy hand. As much as is within your power, scatter your seeds. Let it become your lifestyle. And see if your life remains the same. You know, in the New Testament, God puts our blessings in our hands so that we determine how we move. Because the New Testament walk is a faith walk. And I'm telling you, as touching material resources, the reason we are walking in lack is because we are not commanding the blessings that is available to us. Because the way to command it is through obedience. Number 5, how do you give? Sacrificially. Psalm 126 verse 6. It says, him that cometh in tears, he that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seeds. So it's not everything you give to God. Anything you give to God must be a worthy offering that beareth what? Precious seed. See the way the Bible puts it. Shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Ask those who give precious seeds. They never come back empty-handed. When Abraham gave Isaac, he didn't just return with Isaac. He returned with Jehovah Jireh. You cannot give precious seeds and return empty-handed. It's not possible. And God looks out for how precious what you are giving is to you. Malachi chapter 1. Look at verse 6 to 9. See God talking. People don't know the character of God. A son honoreth his father. So this is not law. This is relationship with covenant children. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priest that despiseth my name, and ye say, wherein have we despised you? So this is God rebuking even the priest. So nobody is left out. There are many pastors who collect offering, they never give offering. They are shouting, offering time, blessing time, give bountifully. Check, they never give. That's why church folds up. That's why they become poor. Next verse. Verse 7. You offer polluted bread upon my altar. You say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that, ye say the table of the Lord is contemptible. Next verse. And if you offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? So what they don't need is what they give God. Some people want to give God something, they squeeze an old note that is useless to them and they throw it. You don't give to God like that. Oh. You don't give what is precious to you. You don't handle it like that. That's why we give you envelopes in church to teach you how to manage what you give to God. It's a training in itself. He said, and if you offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now to your governor. He said, will he be pleased with thee? Or will he accept your person? Saith the Lord. So God is saying, what you can't offer to your governor, you are bringing to me. Because you don't give precious things. People are careless when it has to do with God. If they want to give to a friend or a spouse or an honorable person, they prepare everything to make it showcase honor and dignity. But when it's in the house of God, they don't even know what they are coming to church with. When they say offering, they say, yes, so. Somebody who is not deliberate about offering, can he give seeds and sacrifices? That's why we are where we are. Because these things don't mean much to us. And you know the way your mind works? Because you don't take it serious. Even when God is declaring your financial blessing, your spirit can't respond to it with seriousness. Because it's not a serious thing to you. It's not a big deal to you. So when you give precious seeds. See, if you want to shift your level, these are the secrets. They never fail. Number 6, how do you give? You give reverently. Proverbs 3, 9, and 10. Honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruit of your increase. If you are giving anything and it's not in reverence and honor, please don't waste your time. When God blesses men, He's deliberate. And finally, give unendingly. Galatians 6:10. Don't give today and tomorrow you are not giving. No, make it a lifestyle. This thing is a system. This thing is a way of life. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially those who are in the household of faith. Every time you have opportunity to do good, especially giving, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. You know why these things are important? Because these things make you spiritually mature, especially in the area of your finances. And I told you already, kingdom prosperity is an entrustment. And so only the mature can be entrusted with kingdom prosperity. But one of the ways God vets your maturity in the things of God, especially as it does with finances, is through these principles. So you activate that faith through obedience. I've seen many people who don't look like it, but when you come close to them, you will be humbled. Just because they engage these things every day. Some people think it's when you become great that you'll start doing this. No. If you wait for that, it will be in another life. You do this to become great. You don't wait to be great to start doing it. I've told you my story. God taught me to give from when 10 naira was my capacity. And I migrated to 20 naira, to 50 naira, to 100 naira. And we have been growing since then. Don't wait. Don't wait. This is a lifestyle. And so the 4th protocol is what? Obedience. Demonstrated through giving. And finally, is faithfulness. When God begins to entrust you with wealth, He also wants to see your faithfulness in handling it. If you are not faithful in handling wealth, God will withdraw it. I'm telling you. And many don't know this. 1 Corinthians 4, verse 1 to 2. Let a man account of us as of the ministers of Christ and stewards of the mysteries of God. Next verse. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. If kingdom prosperity is an entrustment, then you are a steward. So the degree of what God can give you is tied to the degree of your faithfulness in handling what He has given to you. Do you know that God blesses you to enjoy? But if enjoyment takes priority and precedence, it means you are carnally minded. And so there's a level of financial authority God can't let you enter. He's not against your enjoyment. 1 Timothy 6:17, it said, tell them that are rich in this world to be not high-minded, not trust in uncertain riches, but in the living God that giveth to every man liberally that he may enjoy. So God is not against your enjoyment. But if you spend 10 million on jewelries, you spend 4 million on food and diet, you spend 7 million on clothing, and then when it has to do with God's kingdom, your weight there is 250,000. It means you are a poor steward. You don't know the administration of kingdom resources. You know how these things work? Prioritize God and His agenda. When you do that, prioritize men and their needs. When you do that, prioritize your investments to generate more money. Then think about yourself. But some people turn the formula upside down. They prioritize themselves, then they do little in investment, then they do little or nothing to men and to the kingdom. That's why no matter where God takes them, they crash. God gives you 10 million, it must reflect in His kingdom. God gives you 10 million, it must reflect in the people living around you in your society. God gives you 10 million, there must be wisdom demonstrated in that part of that money is reinvested to bring more money. You can't collect 10 million and spend it. You will never see it again. You give a portion to God, give a portion to better humanity, and then invest a portion of it. Then take a little and spend. In fact, when you are growing in the cadre of wealth, enjoyment has a season. You don't begin with enjoyment. Enjoyment comes when you enter your rest. If you use the season of investment for enjoyment, you will come back to the bottom. You have never handled 1 million before. The first 1 million that came, you say, everybody, wait. We must go out this night. And you spend 300,000. You say, my brother, man must work. Love your neighbor as yourself. Don't hate yourself. You must love yourself. That's the last time you will touch 1 million. You get your first 10 million. You say, Kai, I saw a picture 4 years ago. They showed me a blue beach in Dubai. If I don't go there, let me die. And the next thing, you are looking for visa. You are looking for flight fare. You are coming back from Dubai, your bank account remains 50,000. 10 million has gone. And then you come back later, you say, we are rich. We are taking over. The angels will look at you and say, you are blowing your chance. You are blowing your chance. But a man who is wise, he gets 10 million. He takes a portion and advance kingdom. He takes a portion and helps the needy. He takes a portion and invests. If he doesn't have investment, he saves it until he finds a meaningful investment. And then maybe he spends 300,000 or 200,000, get some clothing, buy some foodstuffs, and put his life in order. That's a man that God can give 100 million. You know why? Luke 10:16 or Luke 16:10. It says, if you are faithful in little, you will be faithful in much. So God will not take the risk to give you much if you don't demonstrate faithfulness in little. I'm showing you why the children of God are poor. The Bible said the sons of the world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. Go and read the story of some of these great men. You will marvel the level of sacrifice and investment they put in to be where they are. Sacrifice, thinking, hard work, investment. Why wouldn't they prosper? There's no faithfulness. There's no faithfulness. There's no faithfulness.
Welcome to Anagkazwatch TV. Anagkazwatch TV, be a great team and work on life transforming messages that will bring you into realms of divine encounter with the world